Hey all, welcome to my channel. I've done reviews of other TV shows. I could say this: if you don't have Apple TV, um, you shouldn't have to buy it for it at least. Specifically for this show, there's also a couple other shows. I mean, I'll admit Apple TV is pretty good with some of the shows that they have. It's become the new norm of like the new HBO type of content, basically, which is surprising. Um, Slow Horses season four. If you haven't out watched season one through three, I highly suggest it because season four is just as good. It's surprisingly interesting if you like spy shows, like the CIA stuff, basically more than anything else, and a little bit of like maybe FBI aspects as well too, because like it is more involved with MI5, so it is an English based or British based setting of their government aspects. So it's something that you should watch. Like I said, if you don't have Apple TV Plus, there are ways to get some free streamings. Not streaming, at least some, not for free per se, but at least trial versions. You could try. I think there's the first aspect of like you if you join it first time around, you probably might get a month, maybe two, maybe a week. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly. The other aspect is if you have a PlayStation, you can if you download the app on PlayStation, you'll get another free month. If you don't, if you want, you can also do Best Buy, assuming you have a Best Buy user ID, like if you're part of their Best Buy program. You can get that also, I think, for 3 months. And then, of course, if you go through Verizon or T-Mobile, you also get a freebie that way as well too. Of course, I believe Apple sometimes, depending on the products you buy, they will offer you like a 6 months to a year of free Apple TV. But in any case, I suggest if you don't have any of this stuff and you want to just like just watch one or two shows, this is one of the shows that you should definitely watch. You've heard of Ted Lasso, of course, which is a pretty funny show. Quite honestly, pretty good show, surprisingly enough. Another one that I would say is For All Mankind. Really interesting show. I'll do a review of that, but it's not the new season yet, so I'll discuss about that afterwards. Similar to that is, put it that way, there's way too many. But Slow Horses was one that was a surprise for me, basically. I didn't think this was going to be that good, but when I saw the first season, I'm like, okay. Second season came along, I'm like, okay, it's still as good. Third season, wow. Fourth season, it kind of fell off a little bit, but not by much. Put it this way, it's like this is like season one, season three, season two to season three, season four, but it might come back up again. I don't know, but season four was still good. Though. It was very entertaining, to the point where, spoiler alert, you'll see one of the characters dying off. Another one, basically, if you know the secondary character, River Cartwright, his grandfather kind of was explored a little bit in the first and second season, and especially the third season, where like David Cartwright is getting going a little senile, Alzheimer's, whatever it may be, but it's from that perspective, and the season four played into it, and it felt like I'll say this, it felt like part of the plot line seems like it's just too extravagant, too whatever it is, but honestly, this might all tie in together. Basically, let's be honest. This all might tie in together into one ultimate for the finality of the series itself. Because I mean, the I don't know if okay. Sorry, I just realized the microphone was down there, so I was probably talking far away. But in any case, uh, I'll say this: it's very very slightly fast paced. Put it that way. There are some there's a lot of references that may go over your head if you're not familiar with spy shows, but there's also aspects of like things may go over your head if you're not familiar with British aspects of dry humor as well as British or English um, references. But outside of that, I would say this like I said, this is a show season four just as good as season one, two, three, but not just as good, but not in the same level. Put it that way. But it might be a setup for season five, which we are saying there is a season five, and that's one of the nice things about Slow Horses. After season one, it said, "All right, on to season two." I'm like, "Wait, what? They already aired parts of air season two, already created season two." Same thing with season five. While season four was being aired, season five was already being done. They're actually in the process of airing, making season six. I'm like, dang, that's pretty impressive. Apple must really enjoy or is putting a lot into this to make it, well known. Amazon Prime with Jack Ryan, they probably could have worked a little bit more off of it, but honestly, I think it's more, and Jack Reacher, but they can only do so much. I think it's more so to the point of like, I think Amazon, had they bought Slow Horses, it could have been one of their other flagships at that point, beside the Rings of Power is what they're trying to do at this point, or The Boys. Um, but in any case, I will say this: Apple TV is by far, when it comes to content wise, as of now, by far much better than all the others. I mean, so far, based on all the seasons so far. I mean, Severance, Slow Horses, of course, Ted Lasso, Foundation, For All Mankind. Uh, Also, Shrinking. That's a pretty funny show, actually, surprisingly enough. Like I said, these are all pretty impressive shows. But if if you were to first start an Apple TV Plus or Apple TV Plus, if there's some shows that you would want to watch, first and foremost, and you feeling that, let's say, 7 days a week's worth of trial membership, Slow Horses is definitely one that you want to binge watch. Not only Ted Lasso, but Slow Horses is the other one that you want to binge watch. The third one you want to binge watch as well too is For All Mankind. Those are three shows I would say you want to truly binge watch at that point as well too. Outside of that, I'll leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts. What your thought of Slow Horses are. And mind you, this is Gary Oldman. This is something where I've never foresaw Gary Oldman playing. I mean, Gary Oldman is by far a phenomenal actor. I will not deny that. He is a phenomenal actor, plays various ranges of characters, which is impressive in and of itself. It's unbelievable. And quite honestly, I thought he should have gotten an Emmy nomination more than anything else, because Will Smith for screenplay as a writer is really good. Slow Horses itself should be down the line. I think should be Emmy nominated one of these days, if not soon. And for season 4 as well too. I was surprised to see Hugo Weaving in there. I had no idea. The sad part is though, Hugo Weaving, they had him play an American character. The man's British, English, and that they had him playing an American. I was like, damn it, they should have gotten actually someone better. But I guess it makes sense to get Hugo Weaving to play that, because he played so well in Agent Smith with that voice and texture and that pitch, that it kind of, when he was talking in this, as with his American accent, it's like, oh my God, it's Agent Smith, basically. And like, you kind of, because like, it would be really surprising if Agent Smith was based off of, a CIA agent, but that's neither here nor there, anyways. And I guess you could say also, Jack Lowden, he doesn't really do it for me per se. And then Rosalind Elazar, season 5, you're going to see them coming together, basically. You're going to see them coming together after I forgot the guy's name now. I gotta remember his name now. Not Hobbs. I forgot his name now. Sam West? Was it Sam West? Yes, Samuel West. After Samuel West and her were supposed to have been together, basically, the Peter Judd character, after they killed him off, I'm like, okay. I mean, and then, of course, now we're seeing, Marcus Longridge dying. Sorry, spoiler alert. I'm like, dang it, they're killing off people left, right. I will say this. I don't foresee them killing off Roddy. Roddy's, love him or hate him, I'm not a fan of him, the character himself, but I think that's because of the fact of the way the actor is playing. Unless the actor himself is like that, then I was like, okay, you could truly hate him, but like, he is such an idiot. And then, of course, Standish herself, basically. It feels like there's more to it with her, I think, more than anything else. And then, of course, Kristen Scott Thomas playing Taverner, she plays that role really, really well. I'll be honest, she plays that role really well as well, too, to the point, like, I'm surprised she's not getting an Emmy nomination for that character. Um, I mean, Jonathan Price. I think we've seen the last of him unless they bring him off. Freddie Fox, of course, James or Spider. Hated that character really much, but that's what Freddie Fox played really well. And then James Callis. Of course, if you know James Callis, familiar with Battlestar Galactica, um, this is a man. I'm surprised he plays. Uh, it seems like every character that James Callis plays is a whimpering, conniving man without a backbone type of thing, like a coward. And it seems like he's that person as well too. I hate to say this, but like I don't understand how's that happening, but it is. But in any case, um, let me know your thoughts on Slow Horses. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you have any questions about the Slow Horses itself, like some of the episodes, what do I think, etc., please leave it in the comment section. I'll gladly answer them. I do read them all. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Also, I'll say this. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Um, I am a fan of Apple Plus to the point where like I am thinking that either one I start paying for it or two I become a T-Mobile member or Verizon member and have them pay for it basically. Because quite honestly, if you don't have it, I think you should get it basically because Apple is becoming the new HBO when it comes to high quality content and very popular content. Don't be surprised in about 2 years from now, Apple being or Apple TV Plus as a content creator being unbelievable. Now the question is, it's like, will it still be around for Apple? Apple itself, they might spin it off into a separate entity because it might make sense for that. Because quite honestly, Apple is known for a technology company. Amazon, sort of a technology company. Those are the two powerhouses that are going to go against each other at this point. It's just a matter of like who wins out in the streaming aspect of things. But with that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, of course, always unrehearsed. Until next time.